Hello, you. Here we are again for another 101 how to cope without therapy. And it all comes from me learning all about therapy. So, you know how we were saying that we're going to talk about buzzwords and things? Well, I came across something else, and there was this lovely book by Irvin Yalom, who's um, who's someone really big in the field of person-centered therapy. And I'm not going to bore you too much with who he is and what he's done and all of that. That's for me to learn and know, and for you just to have an idea that basically these little sparkle of thoughts and energy that I'm trying to sometimes just explain to myself, not so much put across to you. I'm not sure if there are of any help or not, but I said this in a different video. There are actually of great help to me, um, making these videos and sharing this kind of uh, stories and thoughts and information with you out there. So today I came across something that had me thinking, and it's about content and process. When it comes to any kind of interaction, any kind of whatever label it is that you put to a relationship, really, be it in a care relationship, in a support type of interaction, guidance, work kind of relationship, um, romantic kind of relationship, anything like that, anything that has you interacting genuinely and truthfully with another person and another human being. Usually that entire connection, if you'd like, or disconnection, it can happen. It's gauged in two major um, directions. We tend to put our soul and apply ourselves and put what it is that we've got into content and what we have to give, yeah, the what of that relationship, of whatever nature that is. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we forget about process. And the process, really, it's not it's really not something that you need to read books and books about it. The process is merely the how it is that you put yourself across, how you interact with the other person, how you express what it is that you have to say, how you choose to be silent at certain times. That process, that how, in its many forms, sometimes makes or breaks that relationship. And I'm sure, here's the example. I'm sure you've probably heard this before. Um, it's like one of those lovely quotes. Love is not enough. It takes more to keep love going. Um, and, and, and essentially what that is about, you can have all the best intentions in the world. You can have your heart open and pour every fiber of yourself in terms of content into a relationship. But the way you do it, the process itself, if it doesn't resonate with that other person, the process fails. It's not enough. It will cause rifts. It disconnects basically. So there are times when um, you probably heard this as well, when you would you you would know, you know that the other person means well, has the best intentions for you, and want you to be happy. You know all of that content, but the way they show that to you, or what they leave out and they don't show to you, all of that is the process that I'm talking about. And in the midst of things, because we are so unique and because we're built so beautifully, individual, because we're trying so hard to connect, um, because we are, after all, social beings. um, it is in the way that connection is kept, or the way that connection fails, that eventually makes or breaks any sort of um, closeness, any sort of togetherness, any sort of intimacy for that matter. And I there's something in the book that Yalom says, which got me thinking, and this is how I got about making this video. And usually in therapy with his clients, every time it's something that he actually tells his students as well. Every time you're having problems relating to someone in therapy or in any relationship, you can always, anytime you come across a problem, any time you have doubts in that content, in that relationship, um, you can always save it. You can always save yourselves and save it every single time, if you just trust this one bit on checking the process. And the process itself, it's about asking directly your friend, your client, your partner, your other person. It's merely just a reality check, or just a check of the process. And it's purely that. Just for one moment, could we stop and let's just focus on what's happening here? What's happening between us? What do you think about this? Is this okay with you? Is this enough? Is this is this what you want? So most of the times, in nowadays language, I guess, when you have all sorts of conversations in any kind of setup, usually when you wrap up a conversation, you go like, okay, so we're good, yeah, we understand each other. That's exactly what that is. It's a check of the process. So we in this interaction, in this closeness, we're good. Are we good? Are we on the same page? Are you happy? Probably, are you happy? It's a bit of an existential question for a completely different series of videos. But is this okay? Are we traveling okay? Is this, yeah, are we? So checking the process and the how it is that you interact with each other is just as vital to saving or preserving a relationship as it is the actual content and what it is about. And like I said, it can be anything from friendship to care to support to love to a parenting relationship. Check. Just take the time to ask that little bit. Yeah. Could we just stop for a second? Let's focus on us. What's going on? Are you okay with this? Is this okay? Is this fulfilling? Is this what you want? Is there anything else that I need to do to make you feel safe in that relationship? At the end of the day, you hopefully want to keep that relationship and make it work and fix it if there's anything that needs fixing. But unless you ask, unless you stop and check on the process, the content can get lost or merely suffocate. So take a moment, do a check, see how you go. It may be an enlightening moment as to what it is that the other one actually needs from you or wants, or yeah, try it. That's all I had for you for now. Let me know how it works out, and I shall see you soon with another little bit of insight from my readings and my thoughts and my sharing, and I hope it helps you. I'm Gabriela, and thank you. Talk to you soon.